Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another edition of Raider Sports. How are we doing today? So, as I'm being a good little sports fan watching UAB take on Jacksonville State, like I'm supposed to, I get a notification that was pretty much like breaking news. The Big 12 is releasing a statement after the athletic director meeting. And so I wait till the end of the game because real football trumps possible football. And so once the game was over, I checked it out, and it really said nothing, but it implied a lot. It implied that we might be ready for actual realignment, because the first thing you have to do is get the commitments of all eight of the rest of the schools, and that's pretty much what this says. It says, and that quote, following 2 days of consultation with the athletic directors of the continuing members of the Big 12 Conference, meaning no Texas and no Oklahoma, the 8 ADs remain committed to furthering the Big 12 as one of the nation's premier athletic conferences, and look forward to working with our presidents and chancellors to strengthen the league. Well, guess what? If you don't have the commitments of the other 8, you're not going to have a league, because too many teams will be weary about joining if other teams are still talking about leaving. So you have to get those 8 commitments to at least have a foundation to start with, and then you can start pursuing everybody else. So that part there is obviously self-explanatory. If you want to strengthen a league, you're going to need a foundation to start strengthening the league. So you're going to need a league. So you can't have West Virginia running off to the ACC. You can't have Kansas running off to the Big Ten. And it finishes up by saying, future exploration by the group will continue to center on options that best position the long-term strength of the conference. And that's where it ends. But future exploration, obviously, is the future of a TV contract and realignment. So you got the commitment of the 8, you got a commitment to strengthen what you have, and you got a commitment to look down the road for a potential TV partner. CBS is going to have a lot of money coming up, and if they want to stay in the college football game, which I'm sure they will, the Big 12 is right there to answer that call, and that's probably where they go. That's a match made in heaven. And speaking of realignment, there is a rumor going out there. I heard this on a couple shows today. It really didn't get reported by anybody else because it really didn't hit media. I guess it was just a local, like Provo, BYU, Utah thing. That Utah might feel like they're in a stronger position than even the Big 12 if it would come down to negotiating realignment. I guess BYU feels as if though they can demand a couple concessions, and two of the things on their list was made very prevalent. Is one, that BYU is not big on adding Cincinnati. They didn't go into why that is. That's my only guess would be travel considerations. I don't know. I have absolutely no idea why they would be against adding Cincinnati. And BYU would want a bigger expansion than only a 10-team conference. They'd want something like 12 to 16. For BYU, the idea is the bigger the better. And maybe that's the way the Big 12 feels. I don't know, but the bigger the better for BYU, and BYU is coming in here thinking they're in a position of strength, because with all the rumors going around that BYU is the only team who moves the needle when it comes to TV contracts, that comes to media market. For whatever reason, somehow, Boise State doesn't cover this, Memphis doesn't cover this, UCF doesn't even cover this. But if BYU is the only team that moves the needle, then BYU is in a serious negotiating position of strength here and can kind of bully their way into whatever they want in order to maybe get a team that they want in, a team that, like Cincinnati, they want out. I'm not exactly sure how this is all going to go. I'm not sure how much stock you want to put into this report, but if this rumor mill is really anything accurate, I can see why BYU would feel that they're in this position. Okay, guys, thank you very much for watching. I'm signing out.